Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans around the world, I would like to personally welcome you to episode 28 of the greatest wrestling podcast in the tri-state area, the Hot Tag Podcast. Let's clap it up, man. Now, if you don't know, I'm gonna put you on. This is the podcast we talk about everything and anything pro wrestling. Of course, I'm one half of your host, Rashaad, and the other half of your host, my tag team partner in crime, Justin. Justin, what's good with you, bro?
What's up, Brody? What's up?
Hey, man, I just want to point out, like, we've been doing this 28 episodes, and I think it was maybe episode maybe six, seven. Um, that
Six, seven.
I got the intro like down packed, fully memorized, word for word, bar for bar. Um, I tell you, man, that's talent. 20 episodes in though.
I think it fits us, man. It
You
reminds
know,
me of the Paul Heyman every time you do it.
hey,
So,
ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
my
My
name.
name, yeah. That's why I like it.
Oh, that.
That's why I like it. Um, Man, I'm 28,
20,
27,
20, 28.
28
Yeah, man.
episodes, and back for another week. Uh, just gonna chat the shit today. Been given a lot of long podcast episodes over the past couple weeks. So this episode is gonna be a little bit more chill. Chat the shit for a little bit with y'all about some things we like, some things we don't like, and that's about it. You should start off with the most recent show from this past week, and that happened on Saturday, and that's AEW Grand Slam. Took place in Sydney, Australia. I got Rashaad to watch this show because I did not
Mm-hmm.
want to just be talking about the WWE this week because it's just not much. So I wanted to make sure that Rashaad watched Grand Slam. And tell me your thoughts. How did you feel about AEW's Grand Slam this Saturday?
Um. So obviously, I don't watch AEW as much, and me watching the pay per views, I'm really just watching it for the quality of the matches. Granted, I don't know a lot of the feuds that's going on unless you like when we record, you'll tell me or you'll say, what's going on in the weekly review.
Yeah.
So I'm really just watching for the matches. And
No you don't really know the story, so
yeah, it's a pure for me, pure work. That's what I'm here for, pure work. Um So, I mean, honestly, the matches were pretty fire. I mean, they were in Australia. I don't know, is this like their first Australian card or like first Australian pay per view?
I don't think it's their first. Maybe it is, but I don't think it's their first.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, I mean,
I,
I have seen some things with like social media, like people like not really fucking with the Australian crowd and them saying they shouldn't go back to Australia or whatever. Um, I
I
mean,
mean, it wasn't the best crowd. And Australia usually is a better crowd than that. But for some of these, I feel like for some moments in the show,
it's
especially
a little
like
dry.
near the like women's tag match, things got a little dry.
Yeah.
And there's an Australian Harley Cameron's from Australia, so you would think that it'd be a little bit more.
Supportive.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, but I mean overall, I think the matches were pretty good. So if I had to pick, if I had to pick like three matches that I think were my favorite.
Yeah, like pick three matches, three people, like not three people, but some matches, some people that you really felt stood out to you in the
Um,
show.
so off rip, the opening match, John Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita. Uh, that was, I think we were in the party watching that match, and all we kept hearing was mm. Like we were just like damn, because that match was just so good. Like it was like the back and forth and the competitiveness of both of them were just like damn. And it's messed up that like they had a time limit, obviously.
If anything did that match a disservice, it was definitely the time limit in the ending. I feel like the match was just trying to get into that higher pace, that second gear.
Yeah,
When you heard the announcer say that there's 10 minutes left, and then once they announced that, you can kind of hear like the crowd kind of like sigh because like you're looking at where they are in the match, the match ain't ended in 10 minutes. Yeah, I feel like the ending kind of shorted it a little bit because of the 20-minute time limit, which is going to be a problem in a lot of these continental championship matches, especially when you have two people that you're trying to keep a certain level of stock behind. I feel like we could be seeing a lot more 20-minute time limit draws. But I definitely think they're going to run it back. Iron Man match will be dope though.
I agree. Nah, I agree. I think we need that again with no time limit and just we need a winner in that sense.
I was talking about the pace of this match. I feel like Andrade and Hangman
That was actually
lived up to that pace.
that was actually what I was about to go into.
They
That was the
started
second one.
they started off the match on fire and kept it the whole match. I really enjoyed this match.
I don't know. It's something about Andrade and AEW that it's just like, man, if only WWE allowed him to like do more. Cause he's one. I mean, obviously we already know he's a fantastic wrestler, but he's also entertaining. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's entertaining. He's damn it,
I
WWE.
don't think we ever like one day we might know the official reasoning as to why this whole Andrade WWE thing didn't work.
I think my boy was smoking that. He was on something. I think
It
he said it was
can't be
like drug
weed
related.
because there's so many people in the company that smoke weed right now.
Shit, damn near all the Usos.
Exactly. So it couldn't have been for no little bit of marijuana. It was for something
Had to be something else. Yeah.
else. But yeah, Andrade is still in the best shape of his life, probably still at the top of his game. I do feel like WWE were give it a couple more months and he would have been breaking into that main event scene in the WWE.
Yeah.
Not quite where he was at the time, but even if you look at where he was at the time, he had the whole best of 7 with Melo that would lead to a title shot for the U.S. Championship, which he had.
Mm-hmm.
Which he had. He just didn't win it.
That was it like that best of 7, that best of 5.
That best of 7 kick was it
so
best of 5?
fire.
One of them.
I think it was best of 7.
But it carried SmackDown.
It carried SmackDown.
I do think Hangman winning this match was the right choice because him and Max have chemistry. They faced each other before. And if you think about it, most likely Hangman's going to lose the match anyway.
Yeah.
So why would you want Andrade to win this match and then go ahead and lose the match and it'd be like, okay, again, another thing where you're just killing the momentum for no reason.
Another match that stood out to me. Well, I don't say it's the match. I feel like it was more so the spots for this match, which was the mixed tag team match with OC and Tony Storm with Willie Yuta and Marina Shafir. Um, I think I don't want to say the match itself. I like the spots in the match, like the main one, because it's a mixed tag match, but like when Yuta hit that power driver on Tony Storm.
Early.
I
Power over
said,
early.
I said, yeah, this is really intergender, so we're not even gonna call this a mixed
Yeah.
match, like a mixed
Yeah.
tag.
This was full on Wheeler. This pop Tony with a running knee in the middle of the match that
Yeah,
took her off her feet. I just thought it was going to be a good match. And it was, but I was also very entertained in this match. And when you have Tony Storm, when you have Orange Cassidy, and you let Marina do her, and kind of Wheeler piggybacks off of all of that. The match was really good.
of course, Tony hits Storm Zero on Yuta, and Yuta gotta shave his head, man. They said we're gonna take turns.
Yeah. Hey, thank Tony Khan. Thank you, man, for doing the right thing.
You want to see Tony Storm ball?
There was no reason to go any other way here. Everybody wanted to see Wheeler bald. No one wanted to see Tony Storm or Marina or Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy probably was the second person that people would be like,
Yeah,
okay. But Tony Storm, no. Marina, no. No one wants to see that. Wheeler has the hair for it. It just looked like a mop. All good. Great choice. Wheeler's bald. Two things can either come from this. He can either become the best wrestler in the world after this, or he can get that Sheamus treatment for a while. Remember when Sheamus had the mohawk?
yeah,
And he used to chant, "You look stupid" every week.
bro. That and like how pale he was. He's still pale, but like, damn.
Yeah, no, that's never changing about Sheamus.
You
But the
can't do shit about
mohawk,
that, brother.
the
You look
mohawk,
stupid. You
the,
look stupid.
the mohawk was top 5 worst looks. Like
Bro, you like a
ever.
goddamn cockatoo with that. Like, I was like, what the hell?
Terrible, just terrible. I don't even know why he
You're a grown
thought
ass man.
he was going to look badass. He thought he's on the record saying he thought he was going to look badass.
No, I mean
Negative, brother.
you have a like a 2 foot spiked mohawk. Like what? Like what?
Red as hell too. By the way,
Nigga look like an Angry Bird. Like what the for now? why would you come out there like that? Like, what the hell?
with bright red beard, boy, you look crazy.
Come on, man. That was a wild moment in Sheamus's life. Like oh man. I don't. Oh.
The bar came from it though. Like not too shortly after that he was in the bar.
Yeah, that's cool. Like it feel me, but it had to do something, man. He was getting unnecessary, not needed heat, but like
He
it
did it
had
to himself though. Right
the
after
only
that though, go ahead.
Kyle Fletcher. Yes, Kyle Fletcher, Mark Briscoe.
We don't.
Listen.
The momentum doesn't stop after that. After the last 2 matches, the momentum continues because you go straight into Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe ladder match, TNT title. My God.
I mean, when you put these two together, you already know it's going to be some shit.
Best of 7s, man. If you have 2 people that can have 7 matches and all of them be good in different ways.
Andrade
Carmelo Hayes. This Mark Briscoe, Kyle Fletcher. I encourage you to go back if you haven't seen it. Look at the Bucks and Kenny Omega, the Elite versus Death Triangle with Pac and the Lucha Bros. Crazy best of 7 series, all 3 of them. This one lived up to the Game 7 term.
Absolutely.
It was back and forth. Early Kyle Fletcher, long darts, Mark Briscoe head first into a ladder, cuts him open immediately. Kyle gets hit head first with a ladder later on in the match. Now he's bleeding. Both men bleeding crazy. I want to talk a little bit about the finish, though. Because the finish kind of threw me for a loop. Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe are fighting on top of a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Fletcher then proceeds to hit Mark Briscoe with one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Brain buster from the top of the ladder to the mat. To the canvas. Brain buster. And Mark Briscoe is up 30 seconds later climbing the ladder. What the fuck? This is where people have their issues with AEW. Because what the fuck?
You should be dead.
It should be over. There should be no more match.
Like, there's no way you're getting up off of that, from that. Like, no.
Up, climbing a ladder on the other side of Kyle Fletcher, 30 seconds after being piped into the mat with a brain buster from the top of a ladder. What is going on? Kyle pushes Briscoe off the ladder with his foot. Briscoe hits the ropes. And Kyle wins. You literally could have just swapped those around.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely could have just swapped those spots around. And the finish would have been perfect. Match would have been perfect. That was my only thing. We got to stop. Like, just, if something's crazy enough, that can end the match sometimes. Like,
I agree.
The need to pile shit on top of finishes sometimes, like, you see that a lot of AEW. You see sometimes in the WWE too, where it's just like, you could have pinned after that, and it would have been fine.
And he said, "No, I got to get up from that brain buster. Didn't do nothing to me,
no selling the brain buster off the ladder was one of the, like, that was super wild, super wild. Once I saw that, I thought they were going to have Mark Briscoe win.
That would have made the most sense, though. I mean, for you to just no sell that off the ladder.
Well, like, Kyle Fletcher is Australian. He is from Australia. So he needed to win this match. Yeah. No, he needed to win this match. I just found that, like, I see the brainbuster happen, and I'm like, oh my God, it's over. And next thing you know, he's up. And I'm like, what? How? Why? Why is he standing up right now?
I don't know. They must have like told him, "Hey, like, hurry up, do the finish or something." Like, that's why which makes me believe that wasn't the true finish.
What?
Like the brain burst off the top and then just getting up. It wasn't there's no way that was the true finish.
Obviously, it wasn't the finish because the match kept going.
Yeah.
And after that, Kyle Fletcher should have got up, climbed that ladder, and grabbed that title, and it should be over. But hey, good. I'm not going to harp on it for too long. Good match, great match actually. Both men left it all out there. I just thought the last two spots could have been switched around for a better match.
I mean, obviously, you got the main event. You know, I'm not gonna lie. So transparency here. Watched the entire Grand Slam live. Then once it got to the MJF Brody King, I fell asleep. Right. So of course, I'm gonna go back and rewatch it. I rewatched it. I made the right decision. I don't know why I didn't like this match. Maybe because I understood like Brody beat MJF like in a title eliminator, so that's the reason he got the match at Grand Slam. But like I ain't really like it. Like I'm not saying like I fuck with MJF. You feel me? Like if he was to go against somebody like you said, Hangman, they got chemistry, or Swerve, or and like Omega, like I feel me, I would watch it. But I don't know. I just feel like this match was just.
So you think it
Now
was
there
Brody
was a
King?
spot.
Or you think it was Brody King that you didn't
I
like?
I feel like it might have been Brody King. Maybe because I'm so used to him and Bandito going crazy that now that I'm seeing him in a singles match for a match that I know he's gonna lose because he like literally just got the opportunity like 3 days ago. I was just like, eh. So it might have been Brody King, but there was a spot on the apron that I thought was fire. Um, was it a driver?
Well, I
A du-
know it. Max hit the tombstone on the
yeah,
apron
yep,
onto
yep.
Brody
That's what it
King.
was. Yep, it's two. Yep, it's Tombstone driver or Tombstone, whatever you want. But it was still
Yeah,
on
I
the apron.
mean,
Yeah, it was so fire.
I can't say I don't agree with you and say that this match that like where I can blame you for not liking this match because it wasn't the craziest match. Max fighting the uphill battle, trying to chop down the mountain, which is Brody King the entire match. Um, which Max does well, going after Brody's leg. Um, and Max continuously trying to cheat to get the win, but Brody stopping him every way. And even at one point, Brody using the sleeper from like out while Max is like on the apron and the Gonzo bomb the same way he won the previous match, but Max kicked out this time. The match was solid. Like I'm not going to sit here and say it was the craziest match, especially after what we already seen in this show. Like coming right off of Mark Briscoe, Kyle Fletcher, and that ladder match is hard to do. And like following Andrade and Heyman, it's just everything that was in this show from the start to the end. It was going to be hard to do. Yeah, I don't think this was a bad match by any means. Um, just not the strongest main event, especially like you said, we knew Max was winning somehow. We just didn't know how. But yeah, Max hits the tombstone on the apron, rolls Brody back in, hits the heat seeker for the win. Uh, after that, Hangman comes out because he is the next number one contender after beating Andrade earlier. And that's kind of how the show ends. If you were to wrap up the entire show, give it a grade, what would you give it?
I give it mm, I give it a B plus. I'll give it a B plus. Um, I feel like if we ended the show with the ladder match, then they'd probably go to A minus. But and I understand, like obviously it's the world championship, so obviously you don't want to have that be under, like not close to show.
Mm-hmm.
But I give it a B plus. B plus is solid for me. B plus solid for me. Like
Yeah.
a A would be a A would be full gear.
Yeah.
A would be full gear. So I give it a
I
B
get what
plus.
you're saying, though. Like, I do believe there's some truth in that. Like, if you end, like, Kyle Fletcher winning in Australia would have been a bigger moment to end the show off of.
Yeah.
Um, However, I'm an old school guy in terms of I don't think anything should go over the world title, right?
Right. It's just reasonable.
Like it has to be like either some like war games Elimination Chamber, Royal Rumble. It got to be something super big with like mad people, blood and guts for me to think it should go over the World Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like as much as this match was good and was crazy, it's the mid card title. It's the TNT Championship in the ladder match. The World Heavyweight Championship is the belt that you're trying to make prestigious. It's still trying to make prestigious because of the fact that it does not have as many years in as the WWE Championship. If I had to grade the show, I would give the show a solid B. About a B.
Okay, so we're in the same range.
Yeah, I think the opening and the main didn't quite live up to the hype.
Mm-hmm.
And for the opening for me, it's not the match; it's really just the ending. But yeah, they didn't quite live up to the hype. Everything in between was good. Even the women's tag match.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh, listen, you already know I love my girl Willow, man. You know that's a no brainer.
Yeah, this is another one you knew. Like Hardy Cameron's from Australia. They're not losing this match to
No,
Mega Bane and Penelope Ford. No matter how much I think Mega Bane is the future of this division, the future of women's wrestling, in my opinion.
all right, so, hey, listen, B plus B in the same range. Um, listen, if you guys watch AEW Grand Slam, let us know what you think. What would you grade it? What was your favorite
Match.
matches, favorite spots? And just let us know. Um, I'm gonna switch over to our weekly show review. Now past few weeks we've been going over the whole show, and I'm not gonna lie, it's the whole show isn't the craziest. So we're gonna go back to how we originally did it. We're just gonna pick out, like a two, three things that we really liked, that we thought was like dope in the show. And just talk. You feel me? Just chat. Yeah, we already know these next few shows are gonna be a little dull. With them building up to WrestleMania, which is not selling from what I've seen.
No, I
Like,
mean you can't expect somebody to pay $800 to get into the building, and that's just to see the show. And when you have most people coming from out of town, so they got to fly to Vegas, which is also some money, a lot of money.
yeah, and get a hotel.
Get a hotel. If you want it on the strip, it's more money. It's just so much money to spend on the show. Where right now, yeah, you got Punk and Roman in the main event, but
It's crazy. But before
that's
we get
really
into
it.
that, speaking of the main event, there's a main event that's coming Friday in New York for the House of Glory promotion,
Mm-hmm.
where after the match at Grand Slam, MJF cut a promo on the House of Glory champion, Zilla Fatu. And I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna lie, that promo was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey man, MJF.
That promo was funny.
I'm not surprised by anything MJF says anymore. It's if you really want to know the thought process. I know we're going to keep referring to a bunch of different things right now. I don't mean to do that, but if you really want to hear MJF's thought process and how he thinks, he did an interview with Chris Van Vliet recently. Really good interview. Like MJF's thought process, how he feels about AEW and his responsibility as champion. It's not just MJF in character the whole time, which he does for most of his interviews, which he still is in character quite a bit. But you also get some real gems out of that interview. But yeah, MJF, Zilla Fatu, House of Glory.
House of Glory. What did he say? He said your cousin Jay is not gonna be able to eat anymore. Your uncle's gonna go cry on this podcast. He said, and no woman want to touch your nasty meat. I said, wow. I said, he is shooting. Okay.
Bruh. Hey man, Zilla Fatu.
I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm not gonna lie.
Zilla Fatu. And this, I was seeing a lot of people like, oh, now that Zilla Fatu's wrestling MJF, WWE is going to go and sign him, which I don't think is entirely true.
No.
Here's why I don't think that's entirely true. How long have we been talking about Zilla Fatu joining the WWE?
Well, maybe a year or two now. Maybe.
He's been at shows.
We actually saw him at a show. We actually saw him at a show
like
one day.
He's been at shows. He's been talked about as joining the Bloodline, even when the Bloodline was still going. At the end of the Bloodline, when Solo was building his MFT group, and they still hadn't signed him.
Nope.
So I don't think it's one of those things where it's like, oh, we just don't want AEW to have him. I just don't think they really have a place for him yet. And instead of bringing in another Samoan to just like be there, there's no point of rushing to sign this man. And be honest, you look at Zilla Fatu. I watch Zilla Fatu, and I might rep some people the wrong way with this, but I don't see the craziest performer in Zilla Fatu. I think he's good. I don't think he's the level of where Jacob was when he came in.
No. I think what the main reason or a big reason why WWE isn't signing him is because he doesn't have an identity in a sense. I feel like he's not him. I feel like I wish I saved the tweet.
Man, call a
I
spade a
was
spade. The man don't know if he want to be a Uso or a Hardy Boy.
look, bro. He's lost. I think he's lost character wise. Like you know I wish I saved the tweet, but somebody was like, he like doesn't he doesn't have an identity. He doesn't know like what he wants to be like. Yes, you're Simone. Like, so okay, are you gonna be like your father? You're gonna be like your cousin? Are you gonna be like your uncle? Are you gonna be like somebody else? Who are you?
Be your own person.
Exactly. And I think that's like a reason why WWE doesn't want like another Umaga or like another Jacob, or like they want, if they're gonna sign Zilla, it needs to be Zilla. It needs to be him.
He's probably on the same level of where Solo was when he was first signed. So he wants to sign and go to NXT.
Absolutely.
It's just not a problem, but does Zilla want to do that? Or does he want to take more time on the indies and come in when he's ready to be a main roster player? Does he want to go to AEW for a bit and try to hone in something over there where there's more, everything is not as high profile as the WWE. Not everything is high profile feud like the WWE. It's more time to like just have matches and build upon who you think you are.
I mean, he's getting some type of burn. I mean, you saw like what months back, Ricky Saints attacked him at a hog show.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's about to fight MJF. So he has something.
He's interworked with WWE talent, Ricky Saints, Trick Williams, the Hardy Boys when they came through. Like, he's wrestled WWE guys. obviously they see a potential in him. He's just not there yet. And in my opinion, there's no need, there's no rush to have to sign the man, especially if he's working in the House of Glory with Booker T and the connection there. Like they can just have an eye on him. And I don't think this match with MJF is going to make WWE all of a sudden go, oh my God, we need Jacob Fatu. I mean, not Jacob Fatu, Zilla Fatu, my bad.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
And shout out to Zilla though. Shout out at House of Glory because it's going to be it's a big look, man. MJF has been doing this recently where he's going back to the Indies and looking for the next star, the next up and coming stars, and putting the world title on the line to make the match mean something as well is something he doesn't have to do.
But I mean, let's switch over to Raw, right? Since we're talking about WWE, let's switch over to Raw. What are some things that you like this week from SmackDown or?
I mean, a lot of
crazy shit happened.
Yeah, like it's not a lot. Like if I'm being honest, man, not a lot really stuck out to me. I did like Lyra, Ivy Now, Rhea Ripley Elimination Chamber qualifier match.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was good. It just going back to the Usos versus Alpha Academy for a second. They win the match and Jey Uso is immediately talking about an elimination qualifier match. Like, not where we go next with the tag titles. I'm going to the chamber to wrestle at WrestleMania for the world title. Fuck these tag titles. I could give it there.
And Jimmy, knowing he got a kid at home, is like, "Hey, go do you, big bro.
Do your thing, bro.
Go ahead and do you, bro."
Oh my gosh.
I ain't mad at you, man. Go be main event Jey Uso, man. So why do we have these titles on our shoulder? Explain that to me. If you're gonna go be main event Jey Uso, and I'm gonna go ahead and be Big Papa Jim over there, why we got these tag team titles? I'm just curious.
But if we talk about Raw, we gotta talk about Bron Breakker, man.
Yes. So of course, he underwent surgery, and he'll be out. You say what? Indefinitely?
They say indefinitely, but if you look at the timeline of what hernia surgery really takes, it's like 6 to 10 weeks.
So he'll recovery.
Bron Breakker is a super athlete, so when you have a super athlete, you got to knock some time off of that too. So he'll be back.
He'll be back before Mania for sure.
Tough though, tough for like, and I'll give WWE some slack here because it's tough when you got to reroute the story, but not completely. You get what I'm saying? Where it's not something where you got 6 months to retell this story. You got 6 weeks, 10 at max to retell the story, swap pieces out, but not entirely to the point where that piece can't come back in
and just take over or pick up where he started.
Where he left off. It's real hard to do. So I will give him some slack on that. If things with division aren't, because I'm going to be the best. Because before I heard about Bron Breakker, I was fully ready to come in here and tear division down. I'm not going to lie. I was fully ready to come here and do that, but Bron Breakker just goes down, and now they got to repivot again. So yeah, unfortunately this faction is, as much as I wanted it to work, is going to go down in one of the what could have been, in my opinion. Unfortunately,
all because your boy wanted to be Superfly Stuck over there, mess up his shoulder. Crazy.
I can't even say nothing about that.
Crazy.
Oh man, but it doesn't stop there with the injuries, bro. For me, like Chelsea's hurt. Chelsea's in a boot. I don't know if you saw
Yes.
that on Friday.
Yes.
And I saw that and I said, why? Why does all the bad things happen in my face? Why is my face always in these predicaments? Dom, Chelsea, Gable was out for however long that was.
Mm.
Seth, like, why? Why to my face? Why does everything always happen to my face? You got the Motor City Machine Guns doing bullshit right now on SmackDown. Like,
They doing
man,
they doing main events. They doing main
like,
event shows.
like the only person I got is Punk. The only person I got is Punk. And I already don't give a fuck what he's doing at WrestleMania now. So, like, I don't. Hey, man, time is hard for your boy out here, folks.
I will say, the AJ Lee Becky promo, I knew it was coming. Obviously with Elimination Chamber being in Chicago, I mean, that's a no brainer to have those two fight for the title.
Raw opened up so crazy, bro. Because the first thing you hear is Bron Breakker's hurt. That's
Yep.
how you start off the show, and then you immediately go into, AJ Lee's back.
Yeah, it's like a hell of a roller coaster. Um, it's like, it's crazy. Um, so obviously we have that coming up in Chicago. So I mean,
Who wins that
that
match? Does Becky lose?
I think it's interference. And you know what I feel like WWE might do. I feel like WWE might have Natalia interfere in that match. Maxine come out. Those two, like all of because you remember when Maxine and Natalia fought. Um, uh,
Natty. Put some put
Natty. I'm
some
sorry.
put some respect on it now.
I'm sorry. With Natty and Maxine fought. AJ came out to help Maxine and Becky. You know, came out and hit AJ. I feel like WWE is going to have nobody win that Intercontinental Championship match, right? Going to have Natty interfere, Maxine come out. They're going to do a tag team match at WrestleMania. How much you want to bet?
That's so ass.
How much you want to bet they do a tag team match at WrestleMania?
Nothing, because like that very. I don't want to bet shit, because that could very well be the case, bro.
Like
It. Oh my lord, that sucks.
Maxine Dupri, AJ Lee versus Becky
That
Lynch and Natty.
sucks, man. But also, do you want to see one-on-one AJ Lee, Becky Lynch?
Eh,
Like, that's the thing, man.
50-50. 50-50.
And I feel like if they would have did it earlier, people would have given a fuck a little bit more. But because they've been drawing this thing out, trying to get to from WrestlePalooza, which is what like the last time we saw AJ for real, all the way to uh Elimination Chamber, it's like, are people gonna give a fuck once you hit Chamber?
Not really.
You
Not
say
really.
no.
No, and then it's going to be even worse because they're going to make that tag team match coming out of Chamber, and that's going to be that's going to be even more. Why the fuck do we have that then? Like I'd rather you do it on the Raw,
Hmm.
but it's something I don't know. Something in my bone is telling me that we're gonna have that tag team match at WrestleMania instead of, or maybe Triple H or whoever's head of creative can do the right thing, and maybe we can have a four-way match for the Intercontinental Championship match. Make it a ladder match. Make it a TLC match. Something that'll be better. I'll rock with that.
Yeah, even I'm not mad at a fatal 4-way. I still think it would be like a little bit forced, but if they do it right on the build up, it'll make sense. It kind of be like the fatal 4-way from last year, where Dominic won
Yeah.
the championship.
So like let's do something with it. Um, what else? So there's a point. in SmackDown in the Elimination Chamber qualifying match. I think it was after the match when the outro was happening, where Sami Zayn looked like behind him, looking at Cody Rhodes, and I feel like just kind of making an observation and implying, I feel like Sammy understands what everybody was talking about, especially his best friend Kevin Owens. Like everything is Cody's fault. Everything is Cody's fault, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like that look back because I don't know if you saw it. It was like when he like Cody was on the turnbuckle and like the camera panned out and Sammy was looking back at Cody like pointing at the WrestleMania sign. And I feel like that's implying something. I don't know what it is, but it's implying something.
Is this Cody's fault? Hey, let's ask. Everything else, cool. I can kind of the Kevin Owens issue, was that Cody's fault? Kind of. Like I'm not even gonna lie. This one though, Sammy, you had it. You had it. You had the match. If Drew did whatever he wanted to do to Cody, right there, it took him
Yeah.
out. You'd be in the Elimination Chamber right now,
Eh,
but you didn't take it.
Nope.
You wanted to do
Mm.
things the honorable way.
And Cody, and listen, Cody was the same way. But I
Cody
don't
just
know,
took
man.
advantage of your distractions, brother. The same
Hmm.
thing you should have did. You can't
So
blame
maybe
him.
so maybe he realized that. It's just like, yo, like
If anything, yeah, that's what needs to happen. You need to get the fire in your stomach where it's like, I'm taking advantage. Not saying you got to go full heel, but you can't. You got to take advantage of your openings, Sami Zayn. That's all. Just take advantage of your openings, bro, and you wouldn't be in this situation.
nope.
Uh, but since we're on the topic of Elimination Chamber qualifiers,
Hmm.
I want to talk about all of the qualifiers that happened already and are coming up. We go back to Raw. The first person to qualify for the women's Elimination Chamber is, of course, Rhea Ripley. Penta Theory and LA Knight had their qualifier match. LA Knight wins that.
Yeah.
LA Knight wins another one step away match. If you get what I mean. It
Yeah.
always feels like LA Knight is one step away, but he never wins. Whether that be a Money in the Bank, whether that be a Elimination Chamber, whether that be a Royal Rumble, whether that be a number one contenders, whether it be a title match itself, he never wins.
Nope. Not at all.
So, in my opinion, I feel like Penta should have won this match. And we know LA Knight ain't winning the Chamber, which we don't know that for sure,
Hmm.
but I fail to believe he's actually going to win it now. If you just needed somebody to be in the Chamber, I think Penta would have been a better option. It would have been his first Chamber. It would have allowed him to go in there, do some crazy shit. But LA Knight wins, and he's going to the Elimination Chamber. On SmackDown, you had Zelina versus Alexa versus Julia. Uh, Alexa wins with the Sister Abigail DDT on Zelina. I think that was all of the qualifiers for this week. Now for last week, for this week, Dominic versus Javon Evans versus Gunther.
Mm. That's gonna be a banger.
That's going to be a great match.
That's gonna be a banger for sure.
Um, I don't know who would you have win this match. I know that I know like the stick out point is Gunther, but
I low-key had Javon Evans, I'm not gonna lie. He has me be a little biased, but I just feel like Javon Evans winning this match would be tough.
you might be a little biased, but I'm extremely biased. I'm going Dominic Mysterio.
Yep, that's I mean,
You might be a little biased, but I'm extremely biased.
yeah,
So
that's a no-brainer. I figured. I don't know. I wasn't even gonna ask you the question because I already know he's going with Dom. You feel me? That was implied. Anything.
Bailey versus Asuka versus Natty, Elimination Chamber qualifier match next week.
I go Bailey for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with you with Bailey here.
I feel like Oscar, she don't really need it, and then Natty has her whole thing with Maxine. So I don't need.
And then and then for the SmackDown side of things, I think the next one
It's
was
like Carmelo.
Carmelo Hayes,
Uh,
Trick Williams. Yeah. So
I go Trick.
I think I'm gonna go Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah,
Before we leave off of SmackDown, we've been loving how they've been handling Jade, like as of recent, since you won the title. So like that's one thing I do enjoy about SmackDown right now is the presentation of Jade Cargill. Because I mean, should there be anybody that is on her level right now? No. Matches like Trick Williams versus Ray Phoenix give me hope for SmackDown post Mania. Like those are the little matches that give me hope. But we just waiting on WWE to pick up the pace, man. They gotta get out of this era of the same thing. If anything, you need to take what Roman Reigns said about you not creating new stars to heart, and we need you to really put some backing behind some of these faces, some of these new guys that you're putting on the roster.
Let them go out there and work, man. That's all you can do. Let them go out there and show what they're made of. So,
But to wrap up the show, as always, we're going to get into everybody's favorite segment, and that is the hot spots of the week. This is where we give some of our favorite moments, matches, people, promos of the week that are this past week. And I guess I can start it off. Firstly, my first hot spot of the week is going to go to Mark Briscoe, Kyle Fletcher, ladder match, TNT Championship. Crazy. The ending I talked about earlier almost ruined this for me, but I can't let that overshadow the entirety of the match. The match was still really good. Second for me, it's going to be Trick Williams, Ray Phoenix on SmackDown. When you give my boy Ray Phoenix an opportunity, in my opinion, he always shows out. Trick Williams has been on the money right now. So the match was entertaining for the little bit of time they got. And yeah, like I said, it gives me hope for the future of SmackDown. Lastly, I'm gonna go back to Dynamite. And I would have to say Kyle Fletcher versus Tommaso Ciampa for the TNT Championship. This is, of course, how Kyle Fletcher got the title back from Tommaso. leading into Grand Slam, and the match was killer. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch.
All right. My hot spots of the week. I got to start off is John Moxley and Takeshita. Solid match. I feel like it should have been more time, but hey, listen, it was still a entertaining match, even with the 10-minute time limit. Uh, the 20-minute, 10, 20 minutes. Okay. Um, I still think it was an entertaining match, and hopefully, they run it back where there's no time limit or there's a stipulation. But we need that match longer. Um, Second hot spot goes to R-Truth. It's Unk right there. I mean, I don't know if you saw my man spitting bars
Yeah.
again at Kit Wilson,
Hey,
but
man. Protect
I
our
gotta
truth
give
at
it to
all
him.
costs, man.
I gotta give
Protect
it
our
to him,
truth.
man. K Quick still got it, man. He still got it, man.
Yeah, that was
So,
funny.
okay, quick. And it's funny because like Damian Priest and Nick Aldis was like dead ass laughing. Like they did it did like laughing for real. Um, yeah, and then my third hot spot of the week would have to go to Apollo Crews. Cause I haven't seen my boy on television. I'm happy I get to see my boy on television, man. Shout out Apollo, man.
Yeah, man.
You feel
Apollo.
me? Let's do something with it.
That
Do something with
man.
it.
And just like R-Truth, like you mentioned earlier, he doesn't age, bro. He still
No.
looks. Apollo been around for a little while now, and he still
Yeah.
looks really good, man.
Listen, man. Let's do something with my boy.
He still go.
Let's get him some more TV time,
All
man.
right, now you asking for too much.
Well,
now you
give
now
my,
you asking for too much TV
for,
time for
just a little
Apollo
bit.
Crews.
This is like, listen, he been in the backstage promos, all in the videos, dancing. Like, give my
Now
boy a
you
little,
asking for too much, brother.
give him a little match or something. Like, just give him a
They
little.
did. They said be happy with this little impromptu 10-man tag we threw that boy into.
Listen. Put my man on another SmackDown like 3 weeks. You feel me? We good. Just like it ain't gotta be every week. Just put him a little here and there. You know, a little something. I'm not mad at that. You know, just try. Just my boy on the main events. Like, give my little boy a little something. Man. That's what I'm saying,
Man, if
man.
I can't get the Motor City Machine Guns on TV, you can't get Apollo Crews on TV.
Listen,
If we can't get the Street Profits on TV, you can't get Apollo Crews on TV.
listen. I'm just trying to put in a good word for my man. That's all. That's all I'm
I
trying to
ain't
do.
got nothing against Apollo, but listen, it just doesn't look good for you. It just doesn't look good for you.
Hey, man, listen. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. You know, that's all I can do. But hey, listen. That wraps up our hotspots for the week. Let us know if you got any hotspots. Let us know if there's something that caught your eye this week with all the shows going on.
Hold
Um,
on.
mhm.
We would be terrible podcasters if we got out of here without at least giving a quick shout out to one of the best moments of the week, regardless, and that is Javon Evans, OG
Oh
Cutter
my God!
on
Oh,
Bravo Americano in that
jeez,
match. Uh,
that that had to be the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life, bro.
yeah, we
Just
almost got out of here without talking about that, but just quickly, because we don't want to bleed it. This show is already long.
oh
Shout
my
to
God.
Javon Evans, bro. Boy, you out of here.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know the moments that get like you'll see on Raw, like the 85th anniversary of Raw.
yeah.
That is one of those
That's
moments
one of them.
right there.
if you didn't see the match with Javon Evans in the original El Grande Americano versus Los Americanos, please watch that and please look for that
I
OG
mean,
credit because that was crazy.
the match itself wasn't the craziest, which is why we almost skipped over it. But
Yeah,
the ending is the most important thing because I do not know how he hit this move as perfect as he did. The boys,
he different.
he
The
different. He
boy,
bouncy.
the boy bouncy. But
But
as
yeah,
always, man, listen, that wraps up episode 28 of the Hot Tag Podcast, man. Now listen, make sure y'all follow. Let me try it again. But as always, that wraps up episode 28 of the Hot Tag Podcast, man. Make sure you follow us on all our social medias. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow us for more content. We do have a clip out right now of our top 5 favorite theme songs that we did in the last episode. So make sure y'all check that out and comment your favorite theme songs. All right, listen, we appreciate all the love and the support. Without y'all, nothing is possible. As always, that's Justin. I'm Rashad. And always remember, stay sharp, stay fresh, stay hot. Peace.
peace.